Oh. Oh. Alright. Hello, hello. What? Um, Day 3. We are back working on this drawing again. Yeah, I mean, not too much else to say. Progress has been made beyond what I streamed yesterday, but not a lot. Let's be honest here. So, let's continue to try and keep up the momentum and make more progress. Alright. Right, so there's that. There's gonna be metallic pieces that I gotta add on to the outside. For now, let's just keep it there. And let's figure out the deal with her sides, her middle torso area. So there's some kind of little clip that fastens it here from upper to lower. Right, like so. Today we got to talk to our new manager for the first time, really. We had our one-on-one little meeting, and like, I don't know, they seem nice so far, but it's all corporate bullshit. I had to like, kind of bullshit, be like, yeah, I actually don't hate my job, you know. There's, I don't know, bro. It's almost like I'm fucking interviewing Alien. Like I gotta make up some shit about like why I like working. Yeah, is whatever, bro. It's the game you gotta play when you work this kind of shit. I mean, conceptually, see, okay. It's the funny thing is like conceptually there is reason to like this job actually. Like we do actually get the stuff I said isn't entirely false. I just don't think we particularly get to work on it all that much. Like interesting things, but it conceptually could be quite interesting. It's just it's the whole like potential men kind of argument. Like nothing to actually show for it, but it could be good. It could be cool if it wanted to be, I suppose. But it is not actually anywhere near as glamorous or cool as you might imagine as someone who doesn't work at Amazon. I don't know. I don't know. What do people who don't work at Amazon even think of us? I'm sure like construction worker type people who are like Tyler's friends, I know they say that they're like we're paid too much, and I honestly I can't disagree with that entirely. It's like we definitely get paid a lot for all things considered. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like we are probably paid a bit much for our actual contribution to society. We make nothing for society. All we do is what's it called? Help Amazon make more money. Like that's entirely the point of our like team, our company, or not our company, but our side of the like orgs. We do not contribute to society in any meaningful manner. The only argument you could make, so the only way that you could argue we do contribute to society in any way is if you can argue that Amazon contributes to society in a positive manner. And then how much we impact positively is just how much good Amazon's influence is. And while I think Amazon itself has brought about convenience for people in a lot of ways, so it's not a net negative, Um, there's plenty of reason to believe that Amazon also overextends in a lot of ways. I am, I don't know. I should separate this. So right about here is where her hips will be nice and squishy. Let's make them hips squishy. And there will be a little skin dentation for her pantu, which, yeah, here we go. Right there. Let's do the other side. Uh-huh. There's something about line thickness modulation that is very satisfying to look at. Even I don't even think I necessarily do a good job of it, but it just looks somewhat satisfying inherently, I feel. And that's why it's probably the future for my art style. I don't know. Uma Musume is so frustrating, dude. I need to stop. I said I wouldn't try hard this game, and I'm already try harding it. Yeah, I really need to stop. Like, I shouldn't be worried about Champions Meet. I have a pretty decently built Mayano. Obviously not optimized, but that's all I can ask for. It's decently built, and I don't have to. I should just run it and not stress about doing too well. If I get fucked by RNG brackets, I get fucked by the bracket. You know, just run and just forget about like any kind of bullshit optimizing bull stuff that you might have want to feel tempted to do. It's so hard for me to do anything suboptimally if I know that I could potentially just put in a little more effort and do better. That's probably why I struggle to do like messier line art stuff that isn't like super clean, right? Because I'm just like sometimes I literally am like I know I this change will not matter and I'm tempted to do it anyways. And I have to like actively force myself to not fix my line art or whatnot, you know. Yeah, Uma Musume as a game kind of pisses me off because it's such a dog shit game to play. If you like are defending it and saying like it's actually not that bad, like I don't know. You're entranced by the horse girls, which to be fair, I am as well. I wouldn't keep playing it if I didn't think the horse girls were really good. They're super well done. Yeah. I mean, they definitely do so many things that Ozu could never. But at the end of the day, the game is still like fucking toxic cancer garbage bullshit RNG fest horror. Like I hate it. I really fucking hate the game. Also, I need to fix this hand. I've been saying stay until my Ono Top Gun wedding outfit. That's I think 2 weeks from now. 2 or 3 weeks. It's about there. Okay, I need to fix this hand. I'll probably, you know what? Let me resketch it. San ni ichi fight. Oh, that's probably what I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up the thumb. Right, something like this is probably more close to being correct. I'm still trying to think up a good way to approach Atiko. Like, because like I've been thinking a lot already about this. And obviously I don't have anything that I'm satisfied with, but part of me is like, why don't you just do it? Like, realistically, you're going to flail and fuck it up, and then we can give up on it. That's all. Just fuck it up first before, instead of leaving it as like a what if kind of potential forever. Just fuck it up and you won't have any regrets, you know? How do we approach an individual such as you? I thought I had it all figured out, and then obviously nothing happened of it, so then we're here again, brainstorming. Why didn't it work the first time? You didn't make any attempts to continue conversation. You did get into the DMs, and like, you weren't rejected like from speaking immediately. So there is like a cause for expecting that we could be friends, but here we are. You made no effort to continue this conversation. There's multiple openings, even like Xenoblade is an opening now because motherfucker bought every Xenoblade game apparently for some fucking reason. Probably hasn't played them, or if she has played them, she never posted about them. I feel like she would post about them because she seems like a fairly... I don't actually know. She's posted about Splatoon before, I know that. But Splatoon is a game that she's like drawn before. That's like her thing. I have never played Splatoon. Well, okay, that's not true. I've played like the premiere for Splatoon 3 or some shit. It was free, obviously. You know, your ring finger is your longest finger. It's not your pointer, it's not your middle, it's your ring finger. Your middle finger sticks out the furthest. But if you look at where your fingers start, right? I'm pretty sure your ring finger starts like further back enough that the distance. Nah. Actually, I may be retarded. Your ring finger is your second longest finger. Your middle finger is the longest. I'm stupid. I simply do not have any sense of judgment of space. Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I may be regarded. Okay. My parents both now know that I'm in fact looking to date. I would like to. My dad even sent me a handy dandy event that I could just go and participate in. It probably wouldn't get me a date or anything, yeah, but it would make me friends if I consistently went. It's a drawing event. Some drawing event happens in Seattle. I don't know if it's like monthly, weekly, or not. I've just seen that it was organized and it will happen this Sunday. I could go, and then I would potentially meet some other fellow artists in the area there. That might be good for me, you know? I almost certainly would be good for me. It's just a matter of like whether or not I choose to actually further the friendships if I make any. It's unlikely that I would be ignored at an artist meetup type event because I am actually fairly confident and vocal about my artwork. Like I don't shy away from sharing my art, from doing that kind of shit, from talking about it. I don't shy away from that. I just don't have many other artistes to share it with in general. But yeah, in a group setting like that, I almost certainly would at least be comfortable to talk to the people there, even if I don't know. I'm not. I don't think I would necessarily be the best artist there because I am not very good at anything that's like physical artwork related. I can do digital because of all the tools digital offers us, but I really cannot do physical art well. I've tried. I have a record of how much physical art I've tried to do before. It's not that much, and it's not pretty. It's not ugly. It's just, fundamentally I lack a lot of consistency that I think physical kind of demands of you because of the less permeable, like the more impermeable nature, permanent nature of it. You can erase in physical and that kind of shit, but it's harder to do so. You can't control Z in real life. You can't flip canvas. That's another thing. I actually really, a lot of the strokes that I do as far as like drawing is just the same ish stroke, same curve, same angle, same everything. I just rotate the canvas until it's like perfect for what I want to do at the moment. So I probably would struggle with a lot of the physical art shit because I just lack the like muscle memory and capability and consistency and stability and all this other bullshit that you would want to have as a physical artist. I also am really bad at like drawing from memory, which is something you tend to probably need to do more when you're doing physical art, I feel. Um okay. What is this at? So the main body we can set it to like 75, and the sketch T we can set to like 40% again or some shit. I'm gonna hide the body first actually for now. Then we're gonna bring out the hands again. I'm gonna sit in VC with Steven. He's not doing anything right now, but man. I'm just looking at Discord right now, sorry. Let me get back to it. Why are women so pretty? Why do women get boobs? We just get this ugly ass beaner. This shit ain't attractive. I just don't understand. Why is it that women are just like appealing in every sense? Physically, vocally, and like men are just ugly. I don't know, man. I don't want to be a guy, but I am a guy. It's not dysphoria, brother. It's the whole grass is greener type shit. That's all it is. I'm pretty sure like there's a rising up percentage of women who think like opposite. They want to be a man. Apparently, like I've heard that's a thing too. A rising percentage. It's just the grass is greener type shit. You don't know what you have good until you don't have it, and well, in this case, I probably will always be this way. I ain't got the balls to transition. It's like, why would I? I'm fairly comfortable as I am. I just hate being like expected to do this certain things a certain way because of gender norms and whatnot. Okay, Helena. Okay, so this is joint one. The thumb only goes through half of joint one, so this is joint two actually, isn't it? Ah, that explains it. The fingers are a bit long in this model that I've done. So we cut it short like here and it's probably okay. If it's bad, we can just re-extend it later anyways. Happy, happy, honey, sunny, chico, fine, whoopee, whoopee, darling, sunny, ooh, fight. Umarachi, ooh, umapyoe, ooh, umarachi. Ugh. I don't know what to do because the fingers actually do feel kind of small now. This style. Yeah, this is fine. Happy, happy darling sun, go fight. Whoopee, whoopee darling sun, you fight. Oh yeah, Essex got her. Essex got her retrofit. That's right. I don't know what that is, but okay. Let's stroll. Here we are. So Helena's, you can kind of see her little black pantu right there, right? It's not like super, super tight, nor is it like a thin strap band on her hip. But it is there. And like, I guess it should apply some level of pressure, so it should still be kind of slightly tight, maybe. Ugh. Because I don't actually fully understand how her garter straps things are really supposed to work. I think technically there's only one that connects in the back. There isn't one that connects in the front. I think this is the case. So I may not draw the one that I had sketched in the front, because I don't think there is one in the front. Does Artico like Helena, or what? How much does Artico like Helena? I still don't know why Artico draws Helena like, a lot. Because Ariko draws more Helena than Nagara, but Nagara is the one that I understand to be her favorite, I thought. I don't know. I guess. Maybe I'm just wrong on that front. I mean, Helena is more popular than Nagara, so if you're looking at it from like the art standpoint, I guess it makes sense an artist would choose to draw the more popular one. But I also don't understand why, like, you would draw Helena then if your goal is popularity. I know Ariko does draw like NJ and like Hirsage and some of the other bitches that are like way, way more popular. Yeah, sure. But she's drawn more Helena overall. Now I know a number of those are Warlord requests back in the day when her request box wasn't as obscenely filled. So she could, Warlord was able to get a lot more in back in the day. It is brain rot, isn't it? This is I mean I think this is pretty much the same as back when I was like a huge fanatic for Vayne. I don't know if anybody really remembers those days, besides me, but Vayne 100% occupied a lot of headspace in for a while. No longer, but that's mostly because he himself is not as of this world as he used to be. He barely posts anymore, but he's still around. He still sees like Ozer's updates, I think. Or at the very minimum, there are people who will ping him about it. Like when Helena gets a new skin, he was very quick to find out about it, I'm sure. But but yeah, as far as his actual like art contributions and stuff, he does not really do any of that anymore. At least not publicly. I know he's almost certainly still drawing because that's his like he's a freelance artist. Which, mind you, I'm still like, how the fuck do you manage to do this? Like, how do you make money off of art? I can't imagine making enough to sustain yourself, much less like go further and like have savings. I genuinely cannot imagine having luxuries in life when your entire income is just art. Like, how? How? I suppose like I've never really done a full like budgeting exercise type thing because I myself make way more money than I'll ever need for my personal use, at least. Oh, I am now remembering that I was thinking, oh, this is like gonna be covered by the leggings or whatever. No, this is skin. This is skin. I should probably get a reference image for like a knee bent and pointed upwards like this. Hmm. Yeah, I really probably should because I don't know what that's supposed to look like exactly. The sketch of it looks passable, but it's a sketch. Now that we're here doing the details, I'm realizing I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh wait, Helena has an anchor. Wait, she has an anchor. I added one to her in the sketch, like around here, I think. It's not currently enabled, I'm pretty sure, but did I? Yeah, there it is, right here. And would you know it? That's exactly where it is. It's on her hip. And I'm guessing it can extend. I don't know. It's made up. It's just a design aesthetic. But she does actually have an anchor on her hip. So I guess I was correct in placing it there myself. Fucking Lamau. This mechanics bullshit is going to be hard to draw. A lot of work. A lot of effort's going to be put into making this mechanical shit look like decent. Worst part is it's probably not gonna go be appreciated. Most people don't care about that. They're gonna see the boobs, the thighs, and the ass, and that's all they're gonna look at, and the hair maybe. Nobody's gonna really care about the mechanics shit. But I care, so I'm here to do it anyways. Oh, yippee. It's like decently satisfying to draw. It's just also a lot of work, so it's not something that I tend to pick up on automatically. But I don't hate it or anything. Uh, oh boy. That's some shit right there. Hajimete Mukyu Mukyu Shiri no shi Mukyu Mukyu Mugai Furo Dona Takeru Happy Happy Darling Sunny Chico Fight Whoopie Whoopie Darling Sunny Chico Fight the call and response type shit. Yeah, Uma Musume. I need to quit. I need to quit Uma Musume. I also need to quit Azur Lane to be fair, but we all know which one's not getting quit anytime soon. I feel like I'm more likely to quit Uma than Azur still, even though I think Uma as a game is more of a game than Azur, but unfortunately that means it's more frustrating and more time consuming and all this other bullshit. And it's like, at the end of the day, if I wanted to put time into something, cause like I don't have to put much of time or effort into Azur, I just auto it, right? If I wanted to put time and effort into something, I should just play a real game. And that's kind of where I'm at with the thought process. Like, why would I play Uma Musume? Like, it's better than Azur to some degree, but then that makes it worse than Azur as like an AFK or don't care about it game. Or like let it run, whatever, right? Type game. Like Uma Musume doesn't really flourish. At least right now it doesn't. I hear there's some kind of like auto run feature that happens at some point, and like yeah, if that comes soon, that'll be appreciated. I do not care about doing daily runs, to be frank with you. I just kind of wanna like collect the girls. And oh my god, the gacha is absurdly fucking bad in this. It's like a typical gacha. Don't be like, oh, baby's first gacha game. I fucking think this gacha is like just really terrible, even compared to say like Arknights, because it's not even about the spark. It's about the fucking number of pulls you get in general. Sparking and like, well, not just yeah, number of pulls and the amount of new content. Arknights releases new ops maybe every like 2-3 weeks. And like you can skip almost all of them if you really want to. This game, Uma Musume, if it's like what's if you're skipping them, you're basically skipping new content, right? Like all the new content that the game gets comes from its operators, or not operators, the trainees, right? That's basically it. Also, I realize now that there's a conflict of precedence here. Like the new stories, all of that is tied to an character. Well, the Arknights, you can skip event characters and you can still read the event. I don't read the events because I don't actually care to do so. But that's just like the thing is like Uma Musume, almost every single character plays like fairly similarly. Don't get on me about like for the career I'm talking about. The career scenarios, it doesn't really matter who you run. You just need to get as much speed as possible and like enough stamina for their career. Some characters run longer races, so you need a little bit more, but otherwise it's like genuinely almost identical every single run. Every single Mayano run and every single McQueen run could basically be interchangeable and you would get the same like general success rate because they're both medium long runners who can run forward pace chaser like front pace styles. Like they're almost identical. It's pretty corny actually, just how like similar a lot of these characters end up being. I wonder when Zach's gonna put Hollow Knight. How many copies did Hollow Knight sell? How do we know release, downloadable reception, like 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 bullshit. Ruthlessly tough, occasionally unfair, my ass. So frustrating, I cannot recommend this game. What do you mean, brother? This game isn't that hard. Okay, at least in 2019 it had sold 2.8 million. 2.8 million 6 years ago. How many reviews does it have on Steam? 135,000. Do we know how many sales it had on Steam by any chance? I mean, let's assume they all sold for $5. 2.8 million times 5. Yeah, $14 million. Now let's assume. I mean, okay. First off, we're already assuming that it is being sold at a 60% discount. So maybe we should. $14 million. Wow, that's a lot of money. We're also talking about 8 years of game development, 7 years, 8 years of game development. I mean, you could feasibly piss away $2 million a year, but that is not accounting for all the sales that happened from 2019 onwards. And I am also talking at a 60% discount from the game's base price. I feel like they shouldn't be out of money. There's no fucking way Team Cherry is out of money. Don't they live in Australia? It's not even the US. Like, there's no fucking way, bro. If they're out of money, they royally fucked up. Like, I don't know what to say other than, like, yeah, genuinely, but. I should look at this Artico artwork. This is a retrofit Helena, and it's decently well done. Artico doesn't usually do 100% of all details, but it's like Artico does detail. Like, it looks pretty close to what you should expect from it, I think. Right? I think. I'm fucking dog ass at drawing, bro. I hate my life. Hmm. Yeah, Artico draws really nice Helenas. I love Artico's art. A lot of people love Artico's art, to be fair. Probably the most well-liked Azure artist at the moment on the English community. Happy, happy holidays, I need you go fly. Whoopie, whoopie, darling, I need you flying. Umirachi, umapyoi, umapyoi, What the fuck? Steven left. Now Foof is in VC with me. Alright, well, let's start looking at the sulks. Something like that should be fine for this initial part. I wonder if Aruko's ever gonna draw more Uma Musume. Aruko only ever did like one rice shower art, I think. Did she ever draw more? I only remember that rice shower right now. It was pretty, but she drew rice shower getting 13th, which is I guess people don't exactly like that as much. I don't know. But the art itself was still very pretty looking. She made Rice Shower look a bit older, I think. Typically, I imagine Rice being like very, very child young looking. Ariko's Rice looks like, I don't know. Not like hag or anything, sure, but they definitely felt more like a 20-year-old than a 16-year-old or some shit, you know, that kind of vibe check. I feel like Ariko's Helenas also look older than the ones that I draw typically. Like a good amount older in that regards. I feel like my Helenas tend to trend towards the younger 20-ish range, maybe. Well, Ariko's could easily be more like 25 plus. It's not like Hag either, right? Just older. That's the impression that I get. Something about Ariko's art makes her look more mature. It's not just like the body type by any means, because it's definitely not the body type on its own, because we all draw big tits anyways. It's something about the face, I'm pretty sure. That's actually gotta be it, right? It's definitely not the body type. Like Ariko's rice shower was small too. Rice is small. The face. I mean, yeah, the face is very important for depicting a character's general appearance, so that would be something tied to that probably. The Uma Musume movie is pretty peak. It is probably the best piece of like Uma Musume media when it comes to its like animations and everything. Sure, I think Cinderella Grey is the best in terms of like a package deal. If I were to recommend you to watch one season of Uma Musume, I would pick Cinderella Grey, like 100%. I think if you're very into Uma Musume, then yeah, watch all of it. But if you're only like looking to potentially like see if you're interested, Sin Grey has the best chance of getting you interested, which is also potentially like a bad thing. So maybe I should never recommend that to anybody. Yeah, the less people that get into gambling, the better. Even if I myself partake in it, I don't wish for others to fall trap to the thing that I am already in, right? I remember this guy's name and I still chose to not say it when I talked to him in the bathroom today. He knew my name still. Why am I like this? I knew his name, but I still chose to be like, oh, hi, instead of like, hi XYZ person. Why am I like this? Like, do I make it? I have to be doing this on purpose subconsciously to like cut people away and make them not want to like befriend me. Be like, oh, this guy didn't actually care enough to remember my name, huh? Whatever, man. Like, why do I do this? I literally do remember your name, bro. Split second decisions, man. What am I on? I am genuinely regarded. I'm so fucking stupid. Ishmam, that's his name. I don't know how it's spelled, but it's probably like M-A-M or something. I-S-H-M-A-M, something like that. Yeah, either way. He's chill. He's on like an adjacent team or some, not maybe not adjacent. I don't really know how to describe it, but they are near our team in terms of office space. They're on the same floor. I don't know exactly what he does. Some vending solution related shit is all I remember. I some other values that other teams generate, they are in charge of, I guess. Why does our team generate values as well as vend values as well as like all this other bullshit? Why do we do everything, bro? This is why our team can't like figure out what the fuck is going on. We have too much shit to do and legitimately just like it's like several teams worth of work, but we only have one teams of people. And the science just keeps leaving, man. We have lost two scientists in the past couple of months already. And we had consistently been losing scientists even like last year and whatnot. Yulun's gonna be back later to next week is apparent supposedly when he'll be back. Now, last time we had a guy go off on medical leave for a long time, he didn't come back. That was Muye, Chunmui. Yeah. He's the guy who worked on FL with me the most. He was the science guy, POC. I don't know what's up with him, but probably depression, probably some combination of a horse shit. Life hits you hard sometimes, man. I don't know what's up with. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't really hold anything against him. It's just how it be sometimes. Yeah, and so without him, we didn't really have any science person developing the FL model or doing anything with it. And I am very well known for not having good work ethic, you know? For things that I do not care about, I will just not do it. And so, yeah, FL kind of froze for the longest time because I was the only motherfucker who was technically in charge of working on it, and I sure as hell wasn't doing anything. I am so bad, bro. Like, It goes without saying, if Amazon were anywhere near as like vicious as like people probably expect it to be, I wouldn't still be here today. There is no reason I should still have a job at this fuck ass company. But yeah, it's clearly they do not actually monitor you that hard. I legit like back when there was still like work from home type shit going on because of the COVID before we were all forced to go back to the office. I was not working probably half of the day at minimum just because I was like doing something else. I would draw on work hours. I would fucking doze off and just go to sleep with in front of the off like in front of the computer. I would not do work half of the time, I think. And I never got in trouble for it. No one ever even like called into question my like work output or anything. Which leads me to believe that others were doing the same. I don't know, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, I know what I was doing, and that sure as hell wasn't work. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but you know, we do what we do. I'm still here right now, so I do need to step it up at least for a couple of months, probably weeks or months, depending on how long it takes, so I can get my promo doc written out and like ideally get promoted. And once I get promoted, I can go back to sleeping, you know? You know? I don't want to fucking work here, bro. Okay, so what I'm thinking is there's the mechanical bits that I was going to add up here and here. That same goes for the shoes. I'm going to treat this as just a sock for now, like a leggings or a sock or whatnot, and just put that on through. Which means, what am I doing? Right here is the big toe, and then it should taper off a little bit because it goes to the little toe. And I guess there's like a part of this middle of the foot indents up inwards a little bit. What am I doing? You see what I mean by I can only draw like one angle, and I just rotate the canvas. I erased that thing like twice the wrong way because I was at the wrong angle, and I just rotated it and now it's good. Wee! Hawk was at least streaming Blue Archive earlier. I don't know if he still is. You want to tune in? What is YouTube's policy on restreaming audio from like someone else's stream? I wonder. Let me check if he's even still streaming. He is. No, he's literally ending right now. Fucking Lamo. He's like, I tune in and it's the ending. He was going for 5 hours. Fair enough. Gah. What am I doing? Ow. Kasane Tato on desktop, mate. The hell? Is it still $15 for this shit? The DLC for desktop mate is obscene. Oh my god. Why is it 15 fucking dollars, bro? Yeah, I'm just looking at Steam. Uma musume, pretty dabi. Hmm. Arm is kind of dying. Uh, Alright. So this sock looks acceptable, or not sock, but legging. Yeah, this looks acceptable to me. We will add on the mechanical bits in a minute. Let's figure out if there's any other shit. This, I feel like, should be adjusted a little. I mean, it's not like a huge deal, but I do think it should be adjusted. It looks funny. Um, let's put the cord out. Where is the official art? Is here. Okay, one thing that I was thinking about is just looking up what the real Helena ship had for riggings and using that as a reference instead of whatever Ozerlane's official art has. Which I assume maybe Ozerlane's is accurate, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not fucking accurate. And in that case, yeah, let's use the real ass official Helena. The real Helena ship that was built 80 years ago. Okay. Anything else to deal with before we move on to the mechanical pieces? Upper main or this? I guess we can add wrinkles in like the buttons or whatever. Realistically, let's see. I guess we don't need to like line every wrinkle. We should actually be able to do most of that via renders, right? Let me check Ariko. Ariko has done. Okay, I will not line any of that right now. My button placement is bad. I'm pretty sure this is not right. There's one up here. That should be right. But, okay. Yeah, I'm going to shift the buttons and maybe delete one. This one doesn't need to exist. This one can be a bit lower. Where do they put it? Slightly below. Okay, it's in almost the right place according to the official art though. I'm not sure if there's any below this. I think there may only be 2 button sets. At least on Helena's. Because it doesn't really look like there should be space for a third. I don't know. I'll treat it as such for now.
The balance is maybe a little off, but it's kind of whatever, I suppose. I didn't make, maybe I just didn't make her torso long enough. I don't know. Either way, I'll put that here. Like this midsection should be longer. Let me see. What else do we got? Or is it time for the mechanicals? Yeah, I'm not gonna line in the wrinkles right now. I'm gonna say we don't need that right now. Neck. Does anything happen with her neck? Not particularly, I feel. Oh. I feel like her SG is so iconic that I cannot just like get rid of it, right? And yet, if I'm drawing retrofit, we should draw the SG, shouldn't we? Shouldn't draw it. It's 9:30 already. I gotta cook dinner. Let's start working on mechanicals a bit, and then I may stop streaming to go cook. Fucking sucks, man. Time flies. Doesn't even feel like I got anything done. Oh, it's not true, but it feels like there's so much left to do compared to how much I've managed to get done. Which is true. There is a lot still to do. But I think once we start coloring, we're actually already like halfway there, basically. And we're almost at the point we can color. That's not true. That's not true. You know how much more shit we gotta align? All the riggings. That's probably gonna take just as long, if not longer, than Helena. Like, honestly. That shit's not easy, bro. It's times like this that I wish I could simplify the way that Ariko does. I looked at Ariko's, like, retrofit Helena drawing, and, like, somehow it looks fine even in the shapes that Ariko drew, but they aren't precise, perfect, or whatnot, you know? They are just kind of general blobs that have texturing and stuff put over them to make it look right. But it's not like every crack and detail is drawn in or some shit like I feel like I'm gonna be doing, even though mine's gonna look less good in the end either way. What is it that you need help with, Kyle Kangi? I want to be like happy, I suppose. That's not something just anyone could help me with though. Because at the end of the day, I have to be happy in order for me to be happy. That's dependent on me achieving goals or stuff that I'm setting for myself to some degree. I can't be something that someone else defined for me, right? I'm responsible for this, and therefore I am responsible in a sense for my own happiness. How can I feel fulfilled? How can I feel like I'm not settling? How can I feel like I am making progress? How can I feel like I am worth something, that I am doing something, that I am somebody? Social media validation is certainly not the way. I'll tell you that much. I fucking hate social media, bro. Okay, we'll leave those to the details for now. I think we're okay for this. This reminds me a lot of drawing Poppy, I'm not gonna lie. Poppy really does just kind of look like Helena in some sense. I've always thought that. Like, long back when I first played Xenoblade 2, I thought this. And that really hasn't ever gone away. It just makes sense that I would like both of these characters. They got semi-similar design aesthetic, and are both adorable. Poppy is more powerful in canon than Helena, I think, relative speaking. In universe, Poppy is one of the strongest fucking beings ever. while Helena in like Azur Lane is just like a decent ship. Ship girls inherently are stronger than humans, sure, but that doesn't really mean much. Okay. Okay, head is going to be deprioed for a minute. What's it? I watched Road to the Top yesterday, the entirety of it. I watched 2 episodes before yesterday's drawing stream, and then I finished the rest during like dinner, dessert time. It was pretty good. It wasn't like as well animated as I was hoping, but about in line with what you can expect. It's better than most of the like general anime season stuff, but it's not as good as the movie. But it was still pretty good. The plot, it did feel a little bit more like rushed in terms of pacing, but I said the same about season 2. I just think like Sin Gray in the movie do it a lot better of like suspense and drawing things out. I would expect like season 3 is probably going to be similar to season 2 in Road to the Top in terms of like feeling almost rushed. The movie is the one that really draws it out too much, I almost feel, but it's very, very good looking to make up for it. Sin Gray doesn't draw it quite as badly as the movie, but you know, it isn't the movie either when it comes to its animation, right? Sin Gray is good though. Yeah, definitively I would say if you wanted to get someone interested in Uma Musume, but like didn't want to make them, oh, you gotta watch all the seasons or everything. The movie and Sin Gray are the 2 pieces you should make them watch. If you think they're not going to go through a whole season of anime, then yeah, just make them watch the movie. 2 hours is too bad. But if you think they could be interested in long term, yeah, making the Sin Gray is worth watching as a whole. As is the rest of the seasons, to be fair, but as far as I'm concerned, but I think that's good enough for this part. Mechanicals. Is there any mechanicals here that I'm missing before they go to the shoes? I'm tired. I kind of napped before this drug. I didn't run today, by the way. Yesterday's run, while I did keep pace, it was tough. Like, I felt tired after that. My calves were like sore. Although, I guess I'm not like super weak or anything. Because back in the day, when I would run, I would then be like super hella sore. Like my legs would hurt for days. Right now, it doesn't even hurt. I can feel that they're like still a little bit worn, but they don't hurt. Like I could probably go running comfortably today if I really wanted to. It's just, I usually run every other day. Just give myself a break. But yeah, I mean, your muscles do learn to recover a lot faster at some point, or some shit like that. Running is running. Alright, let's get to the shoes. Did Aiko draw them? Yeah, she did. She simplified them once again. Damn, what the fuck? They're so simplified here. Ugh, I wish I knew how to do this kind of thing. Ah! Wait, there's a star tassel you gave her. Did Helena even have that? No. Okay. I mean, USS, right? Oh, whoops. This is correct, yes. Okay. And now, uh, so the shoes are pointed. I remember years ago, it wasn't that many years ago, 2 years ago, when I visited, what was it, fucking Singapore, right? And that's where Runyan slash Morinoko, whatever you want to call them, is generally resides for school purposes. That's where him and Shio Kaze, another artiste, both reside. So I was there, and because I was there and we talked about it, we ended up having a little meetup. This was great, getting to meet up with these motherfuckers that I've talked to online for so long. And I just remember that they told me something along the lines of like, wow, motherfucker looks like he runs every day. Which I didn't, obviously. At the time, I basically never ran. And then like in like a part of me was like, wouldn't it be funny if I actually like did any of that? Because like I'm sure I would get so much more built and stronger looking. If they think that I already look decently built for not exercising, that just means that I must have like good genes, right? Some dumb shit like that. Because, guys, being fat is actually like a genetics thing. Which means if you're not fat, that's also a genetics thing, I suppose. And not that you exercise every day or that you fucking control your diet or, any of that. No, it's because of your genes. Either way, I guess I just have superior genes if you guys are trying to use this as your entire, like, basis for why fat people are actually okay the way they are. Sure. It's funny how like this whole acceptance or like that kind of shit is like super big and important until said person finally gets out of being in that situation. Like now that I am no longer fat, I am actually very much against fat people. It's just funny how like fucking hypocritical these kinds of individuals are. I'm talking about like Megan Trainor. If you know, you know. I don't have that much context. Anyways, I know just a little bit. That's all I can say about it, really. It's just funny. Yeah, me personally, I don't think being fat is good. I don't know. That's not exactly a controversial take. Now, you shouldn't kill yourself over it by any fucking means. Obviously, I can't say for sure what circumstances everybody's got in their lives, but if you can afford to eat healthier, exercise, do all that sort of shit, you should do that, right? And know you're like if most people I would say have time to, they just choose not to. Time isn't like time. It's not that you don't have time, it's that you are unwilling to put time towards it, right? Most people have time, but they choose to watch TV or do some other dumb shit that's like ultimately pretty meaningless. Right? I choose to draw, which is just as meaningless as any of these things, sure. But I do exercise. Like I did start making time to go exercising. So yeah, like that's no longer like a direct criticism you can apply to me, I think. Okay, how does this? Oh God. Oh God. Okay, so actually it does something like this. And it has a red shift right here. And that's attached to the heel, which goes like here. Oh God. Yeah, fair enough. It's and then it's flat on this side. Something like this. Let them cook. I wonder if it sends a statement that I'm not drawing the Helena bath towel skin. Does anyone have any thoughts on that? Like, does anyone think like anyone else would think about that? Like, nah, they'll just be like, whatever. Do you think it sends a statement? Because I think it sends a statement, but I'm not sure anyone's paying attention to me enough to notice it. I wonder if Ariko's gonna draw. What has Ariko been up to? I know they were on vacation, but they also apparently draw on vacation, so they sketch shit really fast. Ariko's the kind of artist that can pop out an artwork in like the 2 hours after a live stream revealed something new, kind of shit, if she wanted to. Oh, whoops. I forgot about this thing. Which is, this red plate is something that Ariko didn't draw on her retrofit Helena. Cool. It's pretty big. Oh, it's also positioned wrong. It's like here. And it like ends where this strap is. This whole fan service argument for Azur Lane, I've played these games before. Fan service is not inherently a bad thing. A balance can be struck between having some level of fan service and having some, just like maintaining some level of modesty and that kind of shit. Xenoblade 2 is a game that I do not believe oversteps its welcome as far as fan service is concerned, but not everyone will agree with me on that, because people have different tastes and whatnot. Sure, acceptable. That doesn't change the fact that I think Xenoblade 2 is a fantastic game. It is personally my favorite game of all time. Okay. This does remind me a little bit of like Aegis, drawing like Pyra's shin guards or whatnot. When's Alice coming to Genshin? That's will be the last character I probably ever pull for on Genshin. Like, that's the one that I'll dump everything I have. I dumped a lot I had into like Mavuika for some reason. I don't even like Mavuika. It was mainly just like the whole collect the Archons sentiment that I used to have. But I don't know. I just do not care about that game anymore, man. Genshin Impact is so. Ugh, I don't want to play it ever anymore. But Alice is Klee's mom. We have been saying when Alice for so many years. It just feels wrong to completely ignore it, especially since I do have like 200 pulls stocked up from when I was still playing. Like I might as well pull for her and then quit officially, you know? That's all. And even then, when I say quit, I just mean like I won't play it, but I'll probably still leave the game installed on my computer. Just on the off chance there actually is something else that I want to do. This is how they get, like, I just can never escape, I suppose. You have to uninstall really if you want to get out of it. And I know this, and I choose to do this anyways because I'm addicted to gotchas. Am I addicted to gotchas? I'm not that addicted. I would say I'm very low on the addiction scale actually if you wanna like measure it because I've basically never spent money on gotchas. I spent money a total of two different instances. One of them was on Ozzer Lane and it wasn't even to gamble. It was just, buy the Helena skins. And then the other was on Genshin. I bought Welcome Moon a singular time. Welcome Moon is the like daily login bonus thing basically. It's like monthly card and Arknights. That kind of shit. Strictly speaking from a monetary value, it's the best deal you'll find on Genshin to get gems, but it's also like a create the problem to sell the solution type of situation. So like I don't believe that it's actually any kind of generosity on their part. It's entirely just a fear of missing out tactic. Yeah. Wow. It is funny to contextualize, like this is related to a tweet that Ariko had recently made, but it is funny to contextualize that most of the horses lived longer than the ship girls. Like most ship girls sank, right? The horses can live generally up to around 30-ish years. So most of the horses lived longer than the ship girls who sank. Because they were only active for a couple of years at best. And that does include Helena, you know. I think I angled this wrong. Okay. Okay, that's one side of the mechanics. And we can probably like excuse me.
Happy, happy, darling, sunny, ichigo, bye, whoopee, whoopee, darling, sunny, ooh, fight.
Yeah, and the other one is like meant to be off. Hmm. Hmm. Haru urara. Ganbarimasu. Yeah, let me see. Alright, that's fair. Let me. I'll draw in the second shoe, and then we'll probably call it there for now, and I'll go. What's it called? Make dinner. Okay, first off. Wait, what? Well, first off, the reference needs to be bigger. Only like this is probably more in line with the size we were expecting.
Happy, happy, darling, sunny Ichigo vibe. Um, I need to ask Mo how to approach people online. I'm so fucking pathetic. How do you do it, Mo? Because he has a lot of online friends. He knows how to, he obviously knows how to do this kind of thing pretty well. Just like, oh hey, your art's pretty cool. Wanna hang out? And then what? They just say yes. I think what I wanted to do was ask if Aruka might ever consider streaming her art because like on Discord or anything like that. Because that's like a natural way you could get into a Discord call with an individual. And even if it was like on Twitch or some shit. Kukyu, kukyu, parigayaru, dona nakakeru, hajimete. I don't know the lyrics. I'm making shit up, by the way. I'm sure if you knew them, you would know it too. But I just gotta clarify that I really just do not know what the fuck I'm saying. Um, this really does remind me a lot of drawing Poppy. I also just make up mechanical bullshit when I'm doing that. And yeah, I mean, like, I guess at the end of the day, how embarrassing is it really to be like interested in someone online but unsure? Think about it. Mo was into some girl, some Japanese lady from some server one time, but he didn't know if they were single or not. And you know, in the end, she wasn't. It's whatever. right? Like it's not that, and he wasn't shy about mentioning that he was into this woman, or at least interested in him, right? So like, it's not that uncommon or weird, is it? Is it? Huh. I don't know. Because like in Mo's case, that person was also very like nice to him and like very like friendly and open. So it was like, oh, maybe they are into me. No, they're just really nice and open. Right? Right? Like I guess that's not entirely too unreasonable. Okay, I was trying to cook something here with like this being like a hinge thing, latch thing that you could open up, but the more I'm looking at it, the less I feel like I can do that because I have to fucking rationalize the rest of the shoe, and it just doesn't work out when I'm trying to do that. Why? I literally enlarged my reference and I still ended up drawing it small. What am I doing, bro? What am I fucking doing? Okay. And yeah, I guess as far as I'm aware, Mo, Rooney, none of these guys have had any success with online artiste ladies. So why should I believe I have any shot? I don't, but that doesn't mean I didn't want to still try, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just trying to rationalize my thought process and decisions, and I think it makes sense to like at least try. Because there is a like always still a non-zero. Not only is it like not that weird to do, but it's also a non-zero chance of success, right? Always, always, always. Ah, I have no like success rate to go based off. Like technically speaking, if I fail here, this will be the first time I've failed, right? My problem is I just don't know how to approach. Like, what's it? Ariko is already pretty friendly with Warorg as far as I'm aware. Because bro's been able to get conversations and talk and like get her to review his art and that kind of shit. I feel like I am not in the sort of position to be asking for people to review my art as much. Not because my art can't be like reviewed, but because it's like beyond beginner level anymore. And so like it's probably a lot more involved and difficult to get a review of any kind. And also that's like
maybe not the best starter for a talk conversation anyways. I feel like if anything, what I really should be trying to do is try to like work on a collaboration project actually, right? That's the idea that I've had that I feel like most might be like feasible to like really get, because that implies you have like just an idea and you have to spend some time puzzling through it, working together on it. Like working on a project together is a great way to get to know somebody. That is like the best idea I've had. I just don't have any actual projects that I want to work on specifically with others. Now I think about it, if Rooney or somebody like, yeah, if Rooney wants to organize a book, I might ask and see if Attica wants to participate with us. But right, that's the other thing, is that would entail Rooney organizing the book. He's done this before, but organizing shit is work, and I don't want to like depend on someone else doing the work for me per se. In which case, that means I myself should try to organize putting together a book of some kind. Now, I don't have a club or art like an art club or any of these kinds of occasions to really justify doing so is the other thing. Rooney does these for his like art club. Um, huh. I'm looking at the shoes and I don't think they are symmetrical. One second. Oh my god. Whatever. But yeah, like this kind of like thing is a lot of work to do, and it typically takes some kind of event to like really motivate anyone to want to do something like that, right? I don't have such events in my life because I am a salary man in America. I'm basically a salary man. I can support the project from a monetary standpoint. I'm not unwilling to do so. Rooney wasn't like didn't want let me pay for it, but if he had like opened up any method to pay for the previous project we worked together on, I probably would have just paid it all. I'm not opposed to doing so because I don't fucking have any reasons to like my money doesn't go towards anything right now. It just sits in like my savings accounts or some shit, right? My S&P 500 stonks or whatever, right? Speaking of stonks, the AI bubble may be popping soon. At least we've been hearing, like, okay, nothing ever happens, which may be true, but at the same time, there has been some more like stuff, including Apple themselves coming out and saying shit like about AI and how they don't have any interest in pursuing it further. And so there may be some kind of crash, even if it doesn't like fully like decimate everything. It's probably going to go down at some point. And with the way that the S&P right now is weighted, if it pops, it will drop a pretty significant chunk. So what I'm wondering is, should I sell? Should I try and like sell and like hold it in just like a different stock, or maybe just high yield savings for the time being if we're expecting it to potentially drop? See, the thing is, if it does drop, like great, I win. And if it doesn't, then wow, I just lost gains, right? But I'm expecting the market will eventually drop. It's just we don't have any means to like predict it. I don't pay very much attention to this shit to begin with, so I really don't have the experience to say anything about it. Every one of us wants to try and predict the market, but there's not really that much you're actually going off besides vibes, right? Okay, I think we basically got the mechanics here done. Yeah, it does remind me a lot of Poppy drawing this part. Rudimentary mechanical bullshit that kind of looks like the official art, but it still takes liberties to make it simpler.
or whatnot. Like, hey Kyle. Who's Kyle? Me. I'm just an artist, dude. It was kind of funny when I joined the VC that one time, and like a good number of people there knew me, at least by name. And then there's just this one baffled dude who's like never ever met me before. Hi guys. Long time no fucking see. Huh? Alright. Is that done? What's this again? Oh yeah, there's the body sketch line. Okay. Take this sketch, put it up. Get rid of Lena lines for a second. Let me check. So make it all black out. Is there any Lena lines that we are missing any significant portion for? No, I don't think so. I think we got it all. Alright, Helena has been clean lined, which means the other parts of the sketch can now be put back in because we are going to have to line most of this too. The screens we can put later. But yeah, here we go. If I the sketch was at 60% originally, right? There's some line clipping that I can fix later, but honestly, at this point, staging the drawing, I'm not gonna bother. Let's save a picture of it. Doop. Oh, there we go. Yeah, anyways, that's our progress for the time being, I'd say. Her face looks a little fat. I might have to adjust it. Like this side of the cheek might pull it in more somehow. I don't know. More maybe I don't know. The chin, maybe we move the chin. Her face looks a little fat for real though. Maybe just move the mouth and it's fine. Hmm. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it looks pretty good so far, I'd say. Like I'm fairly satisfied with the progress we've made on it right now. All right. Well, that's enough of the stream for today, probably. I doubt I'll be coming back as usual, so bye-bye, and I'll stream again tomorrow, every day until we're done, basically. There's no way I can, like, let up on a day, because we do not have so many left. All right. Toodle-doo.